1. Part 1. The devil wants you unhappy. He wants you overeating. He wants you unhealthy. He wants you passive of brain. He wants you to have nothing distinctive to call your own. He wants you to have nothing that makes you unique. The devil is a liar. Pastor Bob Hall. 1. Introduction. All shepherds are leaders, but not all leaders are shepherds. The difference between a shepherd and a leader is that a shepherd walks with the sheep. They lead the sheep. They know the sheep. They develop the sheep. They lead in the midst of the sheep. Jesus gave a very pointed illustration of the job of the shepherd. John chapter 10 verses 11 to 13. I am the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. The difference between the hireling and the shepherd is 3 a.m., calls from saints, working and ministering to wounded souls, praying for the saints while others sleep, and genuinely watching for souls. The shepherd handles ministry and fighting, and church hurts with wisdom and grace. They do this because they are anointed to do this. God installs the grace on those that he calls. Moses was the first real pastor noted in the Bible. His love for his sheep was so deep that his father-in-law Jethro had to advise him to delegate. Exodus chapter 18 verses 1 to 27, he was so much in love with his people, that he proclaimed to God that he should have his name removed from the book of life for his people. Exodus chapter 32 verse 32, he so loved the sheep that when Miriam and Aaron spoke against his marriage, Moses was the first person to passionately petition God for mercy. Numbers chapter 12 verse 13, he had to raise people to carry on while he was on the mountain in prayer, although some of the people still went astray. Exodus chapter 32 verse 31, he heard from God and was the literal oracle of God. Numbers chapter 12 verses 7 to 8. This is the heart of the pastoral calling. At its core, the pastor is a parent. The definition of a parent is a person who begets or brings forth offspring, especially the natural parents of a child born of their marriage. To this end, the pastor would be someone who brings forth spiritual offspring. The definition of a pastor, abbreviated as PR or PTR singular, or Ps plural, is the leader of a Christian congregation who also gives advice and counsel to people from the community or congregation. Much like a parent advises their children, a pastor advises their flock. A true pastor is vested in the success of the sheep, while holding jurisdictional responsibility for all of the saints assigned to their.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?